Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. And in this video, we learn how to write test cases in React. So this video helps you to learn basic concept how to write test cases. So let's begin. So why we need to write test cases in React? So purpose of writing test cases is to check what you expect from the application. So if all the test cases pass, then you much more confident about your application. So you feel that if this application go to the production, you are confident that it is working properly without creating any bug. Uh, so that increase your confidence to your application. So that's why we write a test cases. So let's begin to write our first test cases. So you need to check which component you need to check. So for example, here one component is app.js. So we want to test this app file. So for that, we need to create one file. So just create. So what would be the file name? File name is app.test.js. You need to add the test keyword to specify that this is that file that it is in this where we write only the test cases for specific component. So here we write for the app, so that's why we add the app, and it is the test folder. That's why we add the test keyword in this file name. So that's it. So here we follow some of the steps that help you to write test cases. First thing you need to remember is that which component you want to test. So for here we want to test app. So for that we need to import. So import that component uh, which you want to test. So for example, here we want to test app.js. So import app from app. And second step is we need to import render method from testing library that help you to render that component in the DOM tree. So second step is to import render function from from testing library. So import that, import render from testing library slash React. Okay. And so third step is creating describe block. So describe block nothing but a block where we write all the test cases in one place. So third step is creating describe block. Describe block has two things. First is one string. You can write here anything. For example, here I can write test cases for app component. And second thing is a callback function where we write all the test cases. So if you want to write test cases, you need to use two keywords, either it or test. So here we use it keyword, but both are similar. So it has also two things. First is a string. So here we write the reason behind why we write this test cases. So here we see check. So if you go to the app.js, there is one heading or paragraph. So we need to check the is it visible in the after rendering. So should render should be render heading. And second thing is a callback function where we write all the logic. In the callback function, first thing what we write the render function. So we need to render that component, which component we need to test. So here we render app component. So this is our first step to write test cases. And in this test cases, we expect that the header should be rendered. So if I go to the app.js file, so this is the heading that we expect from our test case that is visible in our screen. So so how can I write? So we expect there is a expect keyword, and also we import screen. So we need to use this screen. So screen and get by text. There is a one function get by text, and we need to pass the string here, and we need to check this to be present to be in the document. So this is the syntax of writing test cases. So here I write that render app component check that this string is present in the document or not. And for run the test cases, you need to open terminal and you need to run npm test. Here you can see that test cases is passed. So we can write a similar thing like so if I go to the app.js file, so there is a logo, you can see image. So we also can do check this present or not. So in React test cases we have a one property data.test id. So we need to add this property to whichever component you need to test. So I need to test the image file, so that's why I added data.test id, and I give a name. So you can give any name here. So I give name logo.image. So I can write similarly for test cases for this. So again, we need to use if keyword, and first thing is string. So we need to pass should be render image, should be render logo. Yeah, logo is project. And second is callback function. And now we need to render the component. This is our first step. And second step is expect. So what we expect? We expect that uh, screen dot get here we use get by test id because we use test id, get by test id. So what is the test id? Logo image to be in the document. Now you can see that all the test cases pass. So this is the syntax. When you practice all these things, you will automatically identify which thing you need to write and which thing not to write. So in the next video, we will go through more concept, more syntax. So thank you for watching this video.